like you. Be strong to hold the powers of the sun. To dream, believe in strength. Now I'm the only one.
In a world that never stops watching his every move, Park Jimin, BTS's main vocalist and dancer, remains one of the most enigmatic figures in K-pop. On stage, he is all grace, passion, and magnetism, captivating millions with every motion. But beyond the lights and the roar of the crowd, there is one place where the noise fades into silence: his home. This tour isn't just about walls and furniture. It's a journey into the quiet world of an artist who lives in the middle of global fame, yet still seeks peace in solitude. A space filled with soft laughter, the scent of calm, and traces of a life that belongs not to Jimin the idol, but to Park Jimin, the human being who learns, breathes, and finds meaning away from the stage. For years, Jimin lived with the other BTS members in their now iconic big hit dorm. It was a place filled with memories, piles of clothes, late-night laughter, endless choreography practice, and simple meals shared between friends. As time passed and success grew, each member slowly began to search for a personal sanctuary, a space to breathe without cameras or schedules. Jimin was one of the last to leave the dorm. Not because he wasn't ready for independence, but because for him, home meant something much deeper than an address. He waited until his heart was ready, until he could build a space where he could be completely, quietly himself. And then, in early 2021, the news broke. Park Jimin had purchased a luxurious apartment in Nine One Hannam, one of Seoul's most prestigious residential complexes, home to elite business figures, artists, and celebrities. Valued at over $5.9 million, it wasn't just an investment. For Jimin, it was a gift to himself, a symbol of peace earned through years of hard work and silent endurance. Nestled in the Yongsan district, Nine One Hannam overlooks the Han River and is known for its world-class security, breathtaking architecture, and privacy. It's a place built for serenity, for those who need to hide from the chaos of fame. The buildings rise in calm, elegant tones, minimalistic lines, muted colors, no signs, no extravagance. Nothing flashy announces who lives inside. Only stillness, quiet, and understated grace, just like Jimin himself. For fans, even imagining Jimin watching the sunrise from his balcony feels deeply comforting. He's known for posting photos of skies, sunsets, and soft light over the city. Many believe those photos were taken from his apartment, little glimpses into his world that he gently shares with millions of people who love him. Despite its high value, the interior of Jimin's home reflects simplicity and quiet taste. It's not grand for the sake of being grand. Instead, it speaks of warmth and comfort. Soft tones of white, beige, and gray dominate the space, creating a harmony that feels peaceful the moment you imagine walking through the door. The living room is wide and filled with natural light streaming through large windows facing the Han River. In one corner, there's a small bookshelf lined with novels and photo albums. On the walls hang minimalistic paintings, some gifts from fans, others from artists he admires. And near the window, a sleek black piano stands, silent yet alive, as if waiting for his touch. It's easy to imagine Jimin sitting there at night, fingers tracing gentle melodies, humming quietly to himself. Music, to him, has always been more than work. It's how he breathes. Some even believe that the tender notes of promise and like crazy may have first been born right here, under the soft glow of his apartment lights. His bedroom, the most intimate part of the home, reveals the quietest side of Jimin. It's not lavish, it's peaceful. The large bed is always neatly made, wrapped in white sheets and a pale gray blanket. On the nightstand sits a small candle, often lavender or cinnamon scented, filling the room with warmth at night. It's said that aromatherapy helps him unwind after long days. In the corner stands a tall mirror where he sometimes practices dance moves. Even as one of the world's best dancers, Jimin still dances alone, not for an audience but for himself. In those private moments, every step is freedom, every movement an unspoken emotion. His kitchen, though modern and equipped with the best appliances, holds a sense of simplicity too. Jimin once shared that cooking brings him peace, even if he doesn't do it often. The dining table is small, just 2 chairs. Fans have often wondered who sits across from him. A friend, a family member, or perhaps someone special. But Jimin never reveals. He lets the mystery live quietly, the same way he protects the other corners of his heart. What's certain is that this is where he can eat without cameras, laugh without scripts, and simply exist. A small workspace in his home serves as his creative studio, the place where thoughts and melodies take shape. There's a simple wooden desk, a laptop, a microphone, and a few scattered notebooks. On the wall are sticky notes, handwritten fragments of lyrics, phrases of hope, or quiet reminders. One note, as fans have speculated, reads, "Be kind, always." A phrase that feels so perfectly Jimin. This space isn't large or high-tech like HYBE's studios, but it holds something far more meaningful: intimacy. It's where he writes from his heart, without pressure, without deadlines, just pure emotion turned into sound. And then, there's the balcony, his window to the world. For many, a balcony is just an outdoor space, but for Jimin, it's a refuge. From here, he can see the glowing skyline of Seoul, the Han River shimmering under moonlight. Many fans believe that the peaceful messages he's posted on Weverse, about beautiful nights or soft breezes, were written while sitting there. Picture him in a cozy sweater, holding a cup of tea, eyes reflecting the city lights. In a world that constantly demands his sparkle, this is where he can simply gaze, silent and at peace. Every corner of Jimin's home tells a story of growth, of quiet transformation. From a young dreamer in Busan to a global icon, this space embodies his journey. Yet the most beautiful thing is how he hasn't lost himself along the way. He hasn't turned his home into a palace. He's made it a living, breathing place, full of warmth, stillness, and traces of a life well loved. For fans, Jimin's home represents more than a residence. It's a symbol of calm amidst chaos. Every time he smiles on screen, every time he moves on stage, there's comfort in knowing he has a place to return to, a world away from the spotlight, where he can just be Park Jimin. Maybe that's why every photo of the sky he shares feels so sincere. Because behind it, there's a man who truly appreciates the quiet beauty of life. A tour of Jimin's home isn't about luxury. It's about depth. It's about discovering where an artist breathes, dreams, and heals from the weight of being loved by millions. Behind that warm wooden door, he doesn't have to perform. He doesn't have to smile for the camera. Here, he can hum a tune, laugh softly, stare out at the city, or simply do nothing at all. Because sometimes, even silence can sing, especially if you're Jimin. And maybe on a quiet night, when the city lights shimmer across the Han River, Jimin looks out from his balcony, breathes deeply, and whispers to himself, "I'm home."